सचिन पुजारी प्रेजेंट. अभिनंदन शिरहट्टी. अभिनंदन शिरहट्टी. अभिनंदन. अभिषेक कागवाड. अभिषेक कागवाड. अक्षता बेळवी. अक्षता बेळवी.
Present, sir.
ओके राइट. आनंद क्याबानी. आनंद क्याबानी. अंजुम बिरादर. अंजुम बिरादर. बसवराज गडकरी. बसवराज गडकरी. बसवराज ऐनापुरे.
Yes, sir.
ओके. भाग्यश्री मठ.
Present, sir.
ओके. भक्ति बस्तवाड़कर. भक्ति बस्तवाड़कर. अंजुम बिरादर इज देयर. ओके. आनंद क्याबानी. भक्ति बस्तवाड़कर. भारती हादीमनी.
Present, sir.
ओके. चेतन कुमार सुलदाड़. चेतन कुमार सुलदाड़. दीपक जामदार. दीपक. दिव्या कुलकर्णी.
Yes, sir.
ओके. गढ़ प्रथमेश शिवाजी. गढ़ प्रथमेश शिवाजी. ज्योति उलेकर.
Present, sir.
ओके. किरण लिगाड़े. किरण लिगाड़े. लक्ष्मीकांत कालोजी.
Yes, sir.
ओके. मानतेश पाटिल. मानतेश पाटिल. मानतेश. मोळे प्रेम.
Present, sir.
ओके. नागेश डॉट शिवण्णवर. नागेश डॉट शिवण्णवर. प्रेजेंट. नागेश. ओके 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 राइट. नंदीश.
Present, sir.
राइट. पूजा पाटिल. पूजा पाटिल.
Present,
ओके ओके ओके.
present,
प्रमोद कुमार हुंचाळ. ओके. प्रमोद कुमार. प्रमोद कुमार हुंचाळ. प्रवीण मगदुम. प्रवीण मगदुम. प्रियंका. प्रियंका. संध्या शिरोडकर. संध्या.
Yes, sir.
ओके ओके. संतोष पुजारी. संतोष पुजारी. Just inform Santosh Pujari, ask him to attend the classes. Santosh Sonar. Santosh Sonar. Shabaz.
Present,
Shabaz.
sir.
Okay.
Present, sir.
Right. Shafia. Shafia.
Present, sir. Present,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Sridhar. Sridhar.
Yes, sir.
Sonar. Right. सृष्टि बर्मण्णवर. सृष्टि बर्मण्णवर. सिद्धार्थ वर्णेकर.
Present, sir. Present, sir.
ओके राइट. सिद्धार्थ पाटिल. सिद्धार्थ पाटिल.
Present, sir. Present,
ओके
sir.
ओके. सुप्रिया. सुप्रिया. Mute your audio. Just all of you mute your audio and video. Somebody's audio is on. Supriya. Supriya. Vandana. Vandana.
Present, sir. Present, sir.
Okay. Vasant. Vasant. वेददत्ता कडपोळा. वेददत्ता कडपोळा.
Present, sir. Present, sir.
ओके. Yogesh. Yogesh. Yogesh is there? Yogesh. Okay. Mahesh Dodmani. Mahesh Dodmani.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Balesh Modalgi. Balesh.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Taik Mohammed. Taik Mohammed. ताइक मोहम्मद आपने प्रवीण राठौड़
Yes, sir.
ओके अभिषेक पालेकर
Yes, sir.
ओके ऐश्वर्या ऐश्वर्या
Present, sir.
ओके अमानुल्ला अमानुल्ला बंडोड़कर तनय मोहनदास बंडोड़कर तनय मोहनदास भावराव भावराव
Yes, sir.
ओके देसाई शोधन अशोक
Present, sir.
ओके द्यावಣ್ಣवर अनिल कुमार शेकप्पा द्यावಣ್ಣवर अनिल कुमार शेकप्पा नंद कुमार पाटिल नंद कुमार प्रमोद केस्ती प्रमोद केस्ती ओके रोहिणी पावळे रोहिणी पावळे रोहित अलवाणी रोहित अलवाणी शशिधर
Present, sir. Present, sir.
ओके शशिधर गौडर शशिधर श्रीधर बडगेर श्रीधर ओके एनीबडी एल्स stand up yes anybody else who has not given the attendance
Sir,
yes
Parmanavar.
Srishti Barmanar okay yesterday also you were late Srishti you have to be on time
Sir, roll number
1 minute
25.
1 minute okay Srishti Barmanar then who else
Rule number 25, sir. Praveen SM.
25 Praveen Magdum okay right anybody else That's
Roll
all.
number 21.
21 Nagesh okay, I have marked your attendance Nagesh okay fine we'll start with the session is the screen visible students
Yes, sir.
okay so what was the discussion of the yesterday's class students which were the topics that we discussed yesterday yes go on telling one by one yes please which are the topics that we discussed yesterday yes which topics we discussed yesterday
Instruction timing.
yes very good then anything else we discussed instruction timing external memory timing yes or no which are the different signals of the external memory timing different signals yes which are the different signals involved in external memory timing which are the signals yes which all ports are used first tell me which all ports are used yes
8051 oscillator.
Oscillator, okay, but which ports are used for the external memory timing? If you want to send any data or address information, which ports are used? Yes, please. Which ports are used?
0 and 2.
Very good. Port 0 and port 2. Right? We are sending first the lower byte of address on port 0, higher byte of address on port 2, and then data is sent on port 0. This concept is called as what? This concept is called as what? There's a term for this. What is it called as? Is anybody? Multiplexing.
Bidirectional.
Bidirectional, okay, that is the method in which it transfers the data, but the concept is called as multiplexing. Multiplexing, okay. That is on port 0, we are sending both the address information and also the data information. And hence, this concept is called as multiplexing. Clear? Then the various pins involved are address latch enable, ALE, then PSEN, program store enable, read pin, write pin. These are the different pins involved in the data transmission, or that is the data storing and retrieving at a particular memory location. Clear? This is about the external memory timing. Then later on we discussed about oscillator circuit. Oscillator circuit. In the oscillator circuit, which are the pins to which the crystal is connected? Pin numbers. Which are the pin numbers to which the crystal is connected? Yes.
So pin 19, 18.
Very good. Pin number 18 and 19. So to these pins the crystal is connected. What is the name of the crystal that is used here? Name of the crystal. What type of crystal is used? Shafia, can you answer?
So pin 19 and 18.
Pin 19 and 18 correct. But which is the oscillator crystal that is used here? Crystal. Which type of crystal?
Ceramic resonator.
Yes, ceramic resonator, and one more.
Crystal resonator.
Crystal, correct. Crystal is nothing but quartz crystal. We are using quartz crystal. Quartz crystal is connected to the oscillator pins 18 and 19. And alternative crystal that we can use is ceramic resonator. But there is a disadvantage of the ceramic oscillator or the ceramic resonator, that it does not have sufficient accuracy and reliability whenever it is used for serial communication because of critical timing that is involved here. Critical timing, important timing considerations are involved, because of which the reliability with the ceramic resonator, ceramic crystal is less as compared to that of the quartz crystal. Hence, we always go for quartz crystal rather than using the ceramic resonator. Clear? The next part was timing in 8051 microcontroller, where we discussed the number of states, right? How many states equal to one machine cycle? How many states equal to one machine cycle? Yes.
6.
6 states is equal to one machine cycle. One machine cycle is equal to how many clock cycles? 12 clock cycles. One machine cycle equal to 12 clock cycles, because one state is equal to 2 clock cycles. Therefore, one machine cycle is equal to 2 into 6 states into 2 clock pulses. That is 12 clock pulses. Correct? How do you define clock pulse or pulse time? Pulse time. Pulse time is the time taken for the pulse or the duration of the pulse. That is called as pulse time. Then we have defined the other terms such as state, which is time required to perform either fetch operation or decode operation or execution operation. Later on, we also defined what is machine cycle. It is a time required to execute any instruction. Okay, it is called as the machine cycle, or the timing of that instruction, the time taken to execute that instruction. And we have given a formula to find out the time time taken for the execution of the instruction. What is that formula? Time taken to execute an instruction. Yes.
C into 12 divided by crystal frequency.
Correct. C into 12 divided by crystal frequency. I give the example of multiplication instruction, which is having 4 machine cycles. So 4 into 12 divided by 12 megahertz. Crystal frequency we are assuming usually as 12 megahertz. 4 into 12 divided by 12 megahertz. So 12 and 12 will cancel. 4 divided by 1 megahertz, that will be 4 microseconds. That is 4 microsecond is the time taken to execute the multiplication instruction. Clear, students? These were the topics of yesterday's discussion. Next, we'll move on to certain other topics under module 1. These things you might have studied, just it's a brush up of these things, because these you all are requiring whenever you are studying the next modules. Here and there comes the requirement of understanding these topics. That's why I have taken up these topics here. It is about the number representation. It is about number representation. Represent binary 1001 1111 0101 in hex. How do you convert the given binary number to hexadecimal number? Any idea? See, if you want to convert the binary number to hexadecimal number, you have to arrange the given binary number in groups of 4 bits. You have to arrange the given binary number in groups of 4 bits. When you arrange the given binary number in groups of 4 bits, then you have to convert the given binary number to hexadecimal number. For example, 0101, it is decimal 5, or hexadecimal 5. 1111, 1111 is hexadecimal F, hexadecimal F. Okay, because after 9, what is hexadecimal representation?
After 9, A, B, C, D will be like this.
Yes, after 9 we have A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, then we have after F 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Then 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E, 1F, like that.
Yes.
Is it not? That is called as the hexadecimal representation. So 1111 in hexadecimal it is the F. Then 1001 in hexadecimal it is 9. Right? Ultimately, what we get here? So the given binary number, hexadecimal number is 9F5H. 9F5H is the hexadecimal representation of the given binary number. Second example, convert hexadecimal number to binary. I have considered a hexadecimal number, that is F035H. The input number is F035H. You have to convert it into binary. The first example was converting from binary to hexadecimal. This is converting from hexadecimal to binary. Now, how to convert it? There you use the groups of 4 bits. Here you have to arrange in terms of groups of 4 bits. Now 5 is given. 5 is in binary, it is 0101. 3 is 0011. Okay, then 0 is as it is. Then F is 1111. That is for the given hexadecimal number F035H. The binary representation is 1111, 4 zeros, then 0011, 0101. This is the given binary equivalent of the hexadecimal number F035H. Clear? How to perform the hexadecimal addition? Now you have to perform the hexadecimal addition. I will give the input numbers. Note down, students. Note down in your notebooks there. 2389 plus 94BE. Calculate and tell me how much will be the answer. 23D9 plus 94BE. Okay. Calculate that. 23D9 plus 94BE. Calculate and tell me how much will be the answer. Do the calculation. You have to perform hexadecimal addition. It is hexadecimal addition, right? Tell me the answer, how much you are getting. Anybody calculated? You have to find the answer in hexadecimal. So how much you are getting? Shabaz? Shabaz. Shabaz, how much you are getting? Answer.
Sir, doing, sir.
Yes, do it. Do it.
Sir, please repeat the question.
Okay, I'll tell the question. 23D9 plus 94BE. 23D9 plus 94BE. You have to add these two hexadecimal numbers and write the answer in hexadecimal. Anybody done? Siddharth Varnekar?
Sir, doing, sir.
Okay, do it. Don't use your calc. You have to calculate without using your calc. Manually you have to calculate. See here, students. 23D9 plus 94BE. 9 plus E. E you can take and you can add it to 9, or 9 you can add it to E. So after E, what you get? 10. Okay, E after E, F. Then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 with 1 carry. Similarly, if you add a D with B, you will get 9. D with B plus 1, previous carry, you will get 9. Then you add 4 plus 4, 8, 9 plus 2. 9 plus 2 is, after 9 you have A, then B. Okay. The answer is B897. This is the first method, direct addition. In the second method, we are writing the given hexadecimal number in binary and then adding. Now 9 is 1001, D is, how much is D? It is 13. So 1101. 3 is 0011, 2 is 0010. Similarly, write for 94BE. E is 14, 1110. Then B is 11, 1011. 4 is 0100. 9 is 1001. Add them. What we get here? 1 plus 0 is 1, 0 plus 1 is 1, this is 1, this is 1 plus 1, 0, 1 carry, 1 plus 1, 0, 0 plus 1, 1, 1 carry, 1 plus 1, 0, 1 carry, 1 plus 1, 0, 1, 1 plus 1 is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1, again 1 plus 1 is 0, 1 carry, 1 plus 1 is 0, 1 carry, 1 plus 1 is 0, 1 carry here. So this is 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1, 0 plus 0 is 0, 1, 0 plus 1 is 1. Now write it in hexadecimal. 1011 is 11, B, 1000 is 8, 1001 is 9, 0111 is 7. The answer is B897. Got it here, students? How to do the addition, hexadecimal addition? Okay.
Yes.
First method innocent, sir.
Okay. See here, E plus 9. E plus 9, how much you get here? E plus 9. E is hexadecimal. Okay. After E, you get how much? F. Then see, after you have to take 9, you have to add 9. Okay. So you take 9, then you add it to E. Start with next digit. After E comes F. Okay. Then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So you get 17, 7, you take it down, and 1 carry. 1 carry. Right? Then you have to add a D with B. Okay. So now you have to take D as either 13, okay, 13, or B you take it as either 11. Either one of them you have to find out. Now suppose say if you take D as 13, then you have to add 13 to B. 13 to B. Okay. So how much you get if you add 13 to B? B is After B you get C, D, E, F. Okay. Then 10. Okay. C, D, E, F. Then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. 18 you get. Then previous one carry is there. So 18 plus 1, 19. 9 with 1 carry. Now you add 4 plus 3 plus 1. So it is 8. Then 9 plus 2. 9 plus 2 is 9 you have. Then that is 11. 9 plus 2 is 11. Correct. So 11, how do you get 11? 9 plus 2. After 9 you have A, then B. You have to add 2. So after 9 comes A, then next digit comes B. Next that is the number comes B. Okay. So 9 plus 2 will be B. This is how you are adding 2, 3, 8, 9 plus 9, 4, B. Now it is clear here? Yes? First method is clear here? Yes, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Second method is clear, no? Second method?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Let us go on to subtraction now. You have performed addition. Next we'll perform the hexadecimal subtraction. This is similar to addition. Just you have to subtract the bits, that's all. 59F minus 2B8. They are in hexadecimal. 59F minus 2B8. Write 5 in binary. 0101. 9 it is 1001. F is 1111. Then 2 is 0010. B is 1011. It is 11. 8421. So it is 111011. 8 is 1000. 8 is 1000. Now you perform the subtraction. How do you perform subtraction here? 1 minus 0 is 1. Okay. Can you perform that? And tell me the answer. 59F minus 2B8. How will you do that? See here. 1 minus 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. 1 minus 0 is 1. 1 minus 0 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay. 1 minus 1 is 0. Up till here, it is simple. Next. 0 minus 1. 0 minus 1 is 1 with 1 borrow. 0 minus 1 is 1 with 1 borrow. 0 minus 0 is 0. There is one previous borrow from this lower digit. Okay. So 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 minus 1. 1 again with 1 borrow. To higher digit, 1 borrow. 1 minus 1 is 0. 0 minus 1. That is borrow from the lower digit. 0 minus 1. 1 with again with 1 borrow. 1 minus 0 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. 0 minus 1 is 1 with 1 borrow. Correct. So 1 minus 0 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. Just as you are doing the normal subtraction, similarly with the digits you have to perform the subtraction considering the borrow. For addition we are considering the carry. For subtraction we are using the borrow bit. Okay. If it is 0 minus 0, it is 0. If it is 0 minus 1, then difference is 1, borrow is 1. Right. If it is 1 minus 0, difference is 1, borrow is 0. If it is 1 minus 1, difference is 0, borrow is 0. Remember this much. Clear, students? This hexadecimal subtraction is clear to everyone? What is the answer you get here? 2E7. 2E7.
Yes, sir.
Okay, clear now? Right. Here we will come across some important terminologies. Let us go through these important terminologies. What is a bit? If I ask you what is a bit, the bit can be either 0 or 1. It is a binary digit. Then 1 byte is equal to how many bits? 8 bits. 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. 1 nibble is equal to how many bits? 1 nibble means half byte. 1 nibble means half byte. Half of 1 byte. It is 4 bits. 1 word. It is double of the bytes. 2 bytes make 1 word. 1 word is equal to 2 bytes. It is 16 bits. 1 kilobyte. 1 kilobyte is how many bytes? I told in one of the classes. 1024 bytes. 1 kilobyte means 2 raised to 10 bytes or 1024 bytes. 1 megabyte. 1 megabyte is 2 raised to 20. 2 raised to 20 bytes. That is 1,48,576 bytes. 1 gigabyte. It is equal to 2 raised to 30 bytes. 1 terabyte. It is equal to 2 raised to 40 bytes. Okay. Sometimes they say hard disk is of 1 TB, 1 terabyte. That means it can store the memory location of 2 raised to 40 bytes. That much capacity is the size of the hard disk, that is the capacity of the hard disk, is it not? Suppose the given computer has 16 megabyte of memory. How many bytes of memory it has? You have to tell me the answer. If a given computer has 16 megabytes of memory, how many bytes of memory it has? 16 megabytes. Computer is having 16 megabytes of memory. Convert it into bytes and tell me the answer. 16 megabytes is equal to how many bytes? Yes. 16 megabytes is equal to how many bytes? How do you convert that megabyte to bytes? Just think. 1 megabyte is equal to how many bytes? See here.
16 lakh.
No, tell me in terms of 2 raised to the power. That is fine. Not convert it. I will see here. I will convert it.
16.7 into 10 raised to 6.
2
Yes.
raised to
2 raised to
20.
2 raised to 24.
Yes, 24 it is. 24 it is. I will tell you how it is like that. See, 1 byte is equal to 2 raised to 1 megabyte is equal to 2 raised to 20 bytes. Correct. 1 megabyte is 2 raised to 20 bytes. So 2 raised to 20 into 16. 16 is 2 raised to 4. 1 megabyte is 2 raised to 20. 16 megabyte is how much? Correct. So it is 16 into 2 raised to 20. 16 into 2 raised to 20, or 16 is, I can write it as 2 raised to 4. 16. 2 raised to 4 into 2 raised to 20. Add the powers, indices. 4 plus 20, 24. It is 2 raised to 24 bytes. Right? So like this, we have to convert the given memory size in terms of bytes. Next example, find the ROM memory address of each of the following 8051 chips. We have to find the ROM memory address of each of the following 8051 chips. Here they have given the microcontroller ICs. First IC is 8089C51. It has the memory size of 4 kilobytes. We have to find the range of memory addresses. Okay, such examples they may ask in examination. Find the ROM memory address of each of the following 8051 chips. Right? Here ROM size is given. Size of the ROM memory is given. We have to find the range of the memory location, from what memory location to what memory location. So for example, if I give you, say, the size of memory is 1 byte. What is the range of memory location? 00 to 07H, 1 byte, 8 memory locations. Correct? 1 byte is, if I write it as 8 byte, if the size is 8 byte, so 1 byte is stored in, say, 1 memory location. So the number of memory locations will be 00 to 07H. Correct. So it is the range of the memory location is from 00H to 07H. 8 memory locations, 00 to 07. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8 memory locations total. Correct. So like this, we have to convert this given size of 4 kilobytes into its range of the memory addresses. Now how to convert that? With 4 kilobyte of on-chip ROM memory space, we have 4096 bytes. 1 kilobyte is equal to how many bytes? 2 raised to 10. It is 1024 bytes. 1 kilobyte is 2 raised to 10. That is 1024 bytes. So 1024 into 4. That is equal to 4096 bytes. Right? So once we came to know the number of bytes, then we have to divide it by 16 to get the memory range. Okay. So this is in terms of bytes, that is 4096 bytes. Okay. Now we have to divide it by 16 so that we'll get the memory range in hexadecimal. Okay. So it is just like decimal to hexadecimal conversion. Fine, friends. So what we do here, we divide the given 4096 bytes continuously by 16. So 16 into 256 is 4096. Remainder is 0. 16 into 256 is 4096. What will be the remainder? 0. 16 into 16 is 256. Remainder is 0. 16 into 1 is 16. Remainder is 0. 16 into 0 is 0. That is 1 minus 0. Remainder is 1. So what we got here, you have to take it in this direction, upward direction, 1000. 1000. Okay. So the range of memory location is from 1 to 1000. 1 to 1000H. It is hexadecimal. We have converted the decimal number to hexadecimal. 1 to 1000H. Now, if we want from 0 memory location, then we have to subtract 1 from this. Yes or no? Suppose say if I ask you to find out the memory location, right? I will give you 0 to 7. Either it may be like 0 to 7 or it may be from 1 to 8. Right? If you are starting from 0, it is from 0 to 7. But if you are starting from 1, it is from 1 to 8. 1 to 8. That means now we have got like 8. So if you want from 0, what we have to do? We have to subtract 1. We have to subtract 1. Is it not? So what we have got here from 1 to 1000. Now if you want from 0, 1000 H minus 1. You can just check in your calci. 1000 H minus 1. You will get 0 triple FH. 0 triple FH. Subtract 1. Keep your calcium hexadecimal mode. Subtract 1000 H minus 1. You get 0 triple FH. Go to mode. Select the mode. Okay. That is mode is a conversion. That is say take it in first in hexadecimal mode. Keep it in hexadecimal mode. Then convert it into this 1000, perform 1000 H minus 1. If you do that, you will get 0 triple FH. Okay, students. So like this, we are converting the number into its address range. What was the memory given? 4 kilobytes. What is the address range here? From 0000 to 0 triple FH, or from 1 to 1000 H. Right? This is one example. Similarly, now you will calculate for 1000 next memory IC, that is DS89C420 with 16 kilobytes. Second one, DS89C420 microcontroller IC with 16 kilobytes of ROM memory. If the ROM size is 16 kilobytes, then what will be its address range? This example you all understood, students? Yes, this example
Yes,
is
sir.
understood? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Then you all calculate for this 16 kilobytes. What will be the address range? You do that here. 16 kilobytes, how much it will be? Just calculate and see. So first convert it into number of bytes. 16 kilobytes is 16 into 1024, that is 16,384. Divide this 16,384 continuously by 16. You all did that, students? Tell me the answer, please. Okay, take it for homework and tell me in the next class, right? Next one we'll check here. See what is the next one they have given? 32 kilobytes, right? So for 32 kilobytes, 32 into 1024 is 32,768 bytes. So how to convert it? 32,768 continuously you have to divide by 16. 32,768 continuously divided by 16. 16 into 2048 is 32,768. Remainder is 0. 16 into 128 is 2048. Remainder is 0. 16 into 8 is 128. Remainder is 0. 16 into 0 is 0. 8 minus 0. Remainder is 8. Okay. So if you want it in from 0, you have to subtract 1 from whatever you are getting. 8000 H minus 1. Okay. 8000 H minus 1 will be 7 triple F H. 7 triple F H. Fine, students. So are you getting the point here? How to calculate? Yes. Got the point here? How to calculate the address range? Students? This example is clear. Third example.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So in hexadecimal mode, you first subtract 8000H minus 1 if you subtract, you will get the previous number, that is 7FFH. Okay, so from 0 it is 4 zeros to 7FFH, or if you are taking from 0 starting from 1, you will be getting 1 to 8000H. Right? So this is how the calculation is done here. Okay.
Sir, previous answer is 3FFFH.
1 minute. Yes, yes, correct. You are right, Siddharth. 40H2, that is 0000H2 3FFFH. You are getting this answer?
Yes, sir.
Siddharth? Fine.
Yes, sir.
It is correct. Correct. It is correct. So all of the remaining students are getting here this answer. You take it
Yes,
for
sir.
homework. Right? If you are not getting, then we'll discuss
Sir, I'm
tomorrow.
getting it, sir.
Getting? Okay. Good. Good. There is one more example I have considered. Show contents of PSW register after execution of the following instructions. After these instructions are executed, what will be the content of program status word register? Yesterday I discussed PSW register, program status word register. What will be the value stored in PSW register after these instructions are executed? Now, first instruction is move a comma hash 0bfh. This is a simple instruction, very simple instruction. So move a comma hash 0bfh means in A register 0bf will be stored. This is 0, not O. Okay. So in A register 0bf will be moved into A register. Then add a comma hash 1bh. Now what is there in A? What is there in A register? Yes, students?
0BFH. 0BF.
Yes. Yes. In A register, we have 0BF that we are adding with 1B. That we are adding with 1B, and result, the answer again will be stored in A register. Clear? Let us see that when we come to instructions. Let us calculate the contents of PSW register here. Now we are adding 0BF to 1BH. So BF is B is 1011, F is 1111, 1B, 1 is 0001, B is 111011. Add them. 1 plus 1 0 1 carry. So if you add them, you will get 1101 1010. 1101 is D. Then A is 1010. A is 1010. Okay. Now what will be the content of program status word register? We have seen in yesterday's class program status word register. Okay. So this is our program status word register. Carry, auxiliary carry flag, F0, RS1, RS0, overflow flag, user defined flag, parity flag. Now see this example. See this example here, whatever we have considered. What is the answer we are getting? 1101 1010. If carry flag has to set, then there should be carry from D7 to D8. Now we are adding MSB. 1 plus 0 is 1. There is no carry from MSB. So there is no carry from MSB means what will be the carry flag? What will be the carry flag? Yes. Carry flag will be 0 because there is no carry from MSB. Yes or no? Carry flag will be 0. Okay, so put 0 in carry flag. Okay. Then next is which flag? Auxiliary carry flag, AC flag. Let us check what is the auxiliary carry flag. When we add this fourth bit, it is 1 plus 1, this bit. 1 plus 1, there is how much we are getting? See, 1 plus 1 is 0, 1 carry. 1 plus 1, 0, 0 plus 1, 1 carry. 1 plus 1, 0, 1 carry. 1 plus 1 is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1 carry. We are getting a carry from adding D3, from D3 bit to D4 bit. There is a carry generated from D3 bit to D4 bit. So when there is a carry generated from D3 to D4, what will be the status of the auxiliary carry flag? Yes. What will be the status of AC flag when there is a carry generated from D3 to D4 bit?
1.
Yes. 1. Exactly. 1 you will get. Correct. Because there is a carry generated from D3 to D4. So the auxiliary carry will be 1. That is what it is considered here. Auxiliary carry is 1. F0 is 0 because it is user defined. We are not using it. Put it 0. RS1 and RS0 by default we are selecting register bank 0. So it is 0 0 0 0. Register bank 0 we are selecting. It is 0 0. Overflow flag. Overflow flag will be set whenever there is a carry from D7 to D8. Okay. See here, this is 1 plus 1 0 1 carry, 1 plus 1 0 0 plus 1 1, 1 plus 1 0 1, 1 plus 1 0 plus 1 1, 1 plus 1 0 0 plus 1 1, 1 plus 1 0 1 carry, 0 plus 1 is 1. So there is no carry from D7 to D8. Overflow flag will be set only if there is a carry from D7 to D8. Okay, so here as there is no carry from D7 to D8, the overflow flag will be 0 because there is no carry from D7 to D8, right students? Therefore the OV flag will also be 0. This is user defined. Dash means it is user defined flag. It is 0. We are not using it. Parity flag. Now check the parity here. What parity we are getting for the final answer? 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 0. How many number of ones are there? 1 2 3 4 5. 5 ones. Whether it is even number or odd number? 5 ones. Yes. 5
Odd.
ones is even number or odd number?
Odd.
Odd, sir.
It is odd number. Exactly. It is odd number. If it is odd number, then the parity will be odd parity. Right? If it is even number, then the parity will be even parity. So as it is odd number, the parity will be odd parity. Therefore, here we are putting 1 in the parity. If it is even parity, it is 0. Parity is 0. Parity flag will be 0. If it is odd parity, the parity flag will be 1. Okay. So what is the content then? 0 1 0 0 is 4. 0 0 0 1 is 1. In hexadecimal it is 41H. Okay. 0 1 0 0 is 4. In decimal it is 4. 0 0 0 1 is 1. It is 41H. Clear students? So this is how we have to find the contents of the PSW register. So such examples may also be asked in the examination. All right. So we'll see few more examples in our next class. So what all we discussed in today's class, students, which was the first topic, what all we have discussed here? Yes.
Hexadecimal representation.
Number
Hexadecimal representation. Very good. Then
Number representation.
Addition of hexadecimal.
addition of hexadecimal numbers, subtraction of hexadecimal numbers. Then any other part we discussed? Last one, what you discussed just now?
PSW register.
PSW
PSW
register.
register.
It is PSW register, program status word register. Okay. So any questions, students, here on these topics, on this, what all we discussed in today's class? Any questions here?
Sir, PSW
Yes.
register last ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿಲ್ಲ sir.
ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಲಿಲ್ರಿ?
Last
Okay,
step
ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ ನಂಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು ನಿಮ್ದು. ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ. See here, now we have to add BFH value to 1BH. Okay, so what is BF? B means how much in binary? 1011. Then F is 1111, right? 1 is 0001 in binary. B is 11, so it is 1011, right? Now you add them. In binary. Add them in binary. So 1 plus 1 0 with 1 carry. Okay. Then 1 plus 1 0, 0 plus 1 again 1 carry. 1 plus 1 0 1 carry. 1 plus 1 0 previous one is there. So 0 plus 1 1 again 1 carry. 1 plus 1 0 previous one is there. So 0 plus 1 1 1 carry. 1 plus 1 0 1 carry. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. Okay. Now we have got the answer. Now don't think that this itself is the value of PSW register. No. Whatever we have got is the result of addition of two values, two hexadecimal numbers. But this result is not the content of PSW register. Please note that. Right? Then what is the content of PSW register? Just see what are the different bits in the PSW register. So which are the different bits in the PSW register? Carry bit, this is the MSB, then auxiliary carry, F0 user defined, RS1, RS0, that is for selecting the register bank. Which register bank is used? By default, register bank 0 is used always. Okay, students. Then overflow flag, OV, this is also user defined dash. Okay. Then P is for parity, whether the answer is having even parity of ones or odd parity of ones. Fine. Now check the carry here. What is the carry generated? When you add the MSB, 1 plus 0 is 1. Is there any carry generated here? Is there any carry generated after you add the MSB? Yes?
No, sir.
No. So carry is not
Yes, sir.
generated. If carry is generated, carry flag will be 1. If carry is generated, then carry flag will be 1. But if carry is not generated, then carry flag will be 0. Let's put 0 here in carry flag under this. Okay. Next, check for the auxiliary carry. Auxiliary carry. When the auxiliary carry flag will be 1, that you have to know. So auxiliary carry flag will be 1 if this bit, there is a carry from this D3 position to D4 position. If there is a carry generated from D3 position, this is D0 LSB. Next bit is D1. Then next bit is D2. Next bit is D3, D4, D5, D6, D7 like this. So if you are adding a D3 bit of first value of first number to D3 bit of second number, right? Then if there is a carry from D3 to D4, only then auxiliary carry bit will be 1. Otherwise it will be 0. Now we are adding this 1 plus 1. Okay, there is a previous one. Therefore 1 plus 1 is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1 with 1 carry. Is there a carry generated from D3 to D4? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Is there a carry generated? Yes. So there is a carry generated from D3 to D4. So if there is a carry generated from D3 to D4, what should be this auxiliary carry flag? 1. Yes. So auxiliary carry flag should be 1 because there is carry generated, auxiliary carry generated. Okay. If the carry is not generated from D3 to D4, then auxiliary carry will be 0. F0 is user defined. We are not touching this. It is meant for user purpose for some other applications. So put it 0 here. Then RS1 and RS0. This is for selecting the register bank. Register bank, we know it is the part of the internal RAM memory. There are 8 registers in each register bank. Correct. So to select those register banks, there are 4 register banks. To select those register bank, we are using RS1 and RS0. We discussed yesterday's class. Right. Now we are using 00. We are putting 00 here because by default the register bank selected when you turn on the microcontroller is 00. When you turn on the microcontroller, register bank 0 is selected always. So put 00 here. Then overflow flag. Overflow flag will be set if there is a carry from D7 to D8. Like how there is a carry from D3 to D4, auxiliary carry flag will be set. If there is a carry from D7 to D8, then the overflow flag will be set. Fine. So you are adding here 0. There is a previous one we have got. So 0 plus 1, you are getting 1 here. Okay. There is no carry generated from D7 to D8. Hence, the overflow flag is 0. Overflow flag is 0. Okay. The next bit is again for user purpose. Put it 0. Parity. Parity we have to check. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. So as there are 5 ones, whether it is even parity or odd parity. Odd parity. Right? It is odd parity. So as it is odd parity, we have to put 1 here. If it is even parity, even number of ones, then parity flag will be 0. Clear, students? Is it understood, students, now? This example is understood on PSW register? Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay. That's all for today's class, students. We'll continue in the next class with few more examples, and then I will discuss the structure of the IO port structure in 8051 microcontroller. Thank you.